Hey man. Hey man. Hey man. Hey man. What up? What up, though? Panthers Nation. What up, though? It's a victory. A victory Sunday. We haven't had one of these in a long time. How y'all doing? Hold on. Victory. Nah. One more time for the home team. Hey. Hey man. Hey man. Say man. Hey man. I'm feeling good. I'm wearing the shades today. What up, though? I see y'all in the comments. Y'all got the comments twerking right now. Man. Hey man. It's a beautiful day. First time in 10 games, a 9-game losing streak. It's over with. We're going to talk about the details and all that go along with it, of course. But we got that dub today, man. Let's get in the comments. I'm feeling cool today, man. Alan Randall, what up, though? Y2K Breezy, what up? Will Brown, what up? We got the Gamecocks and the Panthers won on the same weekend. Oh, happy day. The bank was rocking today. It took a little minute for it to get cranked up, but they got cranked up. Levi said LaVisca Chenault. Tired of losing at home. Said Jaguars going to the Super Bowl. I don't know about that, my boy. Romy Rome, what up, though? Panthers rule, what up, though? Tyree, what up, though? Don't get into it. We're going to get into the details. Donald Gonzalez, what up, though? Noop, 434, what up, though? What up, Noop? Said that Beverly not that dude. You know you bad when you throwing passes. He can't get you. Who they said gonna beat them Saints? Who that? We that said we gonna beat them Saints. Got the dub, man. Got the draws out. NFL Sunday is so much better when your team win. Put that on a t-shirt. Leon Murray, what up, though? Shout out to the defense. One time for the defense. Defense and special teams kick butt. Yes, sir. Frankie Louvu. All right, man. This is a special occasion. First time winning in a minute. We celebrating like no other. I got my shades on for now. I had to come in there pretty cool. I'm usually sipping beer. I'm sipping on brown liquor tonight. I'm on brown liquor tonight, dog. Y'all get a video thumbs up, man. Get a video thumbs up because of the brown liquor. I'm on brown liquor tonight. Man, y'all, if y'all been watching my channel long enough, y'all know I hate the Saints. Period. Like, I don't care what we tanking for. Beating the Saints carries some weight for me. I need bragging rights. I know too many Saints fans. They literally are the top 5 worst fans in the NFL. They're annoying. They're delusional and they're annoying. Now, they was sick today at Jameis, the way Jameis is playing. That man came into the game with 4 broken back vertebrae, a bad ankle. Had him wilding around out there. Nah, we don't care. You get on that field, it don't matter. 3 turnovers, multiple sacks. Hey, man, it's a beautiful thing. One time for the one time. I'm sipping on the old fashioned. I'm sitting on. No. This ain't no Douce. This ain't no Douce. This is whiskey. You know, I'm a southern man myself. This is Tennessee whiskey. I got an old fashioned Tennessee whiskey with the bourbon cherry in there. Y'all see that? Y'all see the bourbon cherry in there? I'm feeling cool. Today. Tim said he was on 10 all day. He ain't got no vocal cords. Oh, yeah, I'm lit tonight, Ryan. We on it. B Diva, what up? The Gamecocks got a victory, and the Panthers got one. It's a beautiful thing. Haven't been able to say that in a minute. The Gamecocks and the Panthers won. Sipping on Stella Rosa. Now, this ain't Makers. This is, I forgot what it's called. Some kind of it's a local distillery, Chattanooga something. They're pretty good, man. I got a soft spot for Tennessee whiskey. It must be that southern Maine in me. So the Saints fans travel. Hey, man, I'm not going to lie. They do travel well. They know how to have a good time. They know how to party. They going to turn up and dance. They going to bring some decent food. But I can't fool with them cats. I can't. And so today felt so good to get a victory over these dudes. They annoying. They get on my nerves. So bragging rights. Y'all was praying on this team downfall. I understand y'all want Matt Rule out of there, so y'all praying for the team's downfall. But there's nothing more that I love than beating the New Orleans Saints. I'm talking about the team that sent a bottle of wine and a broom to Cam Newton when they swept us that season. I'm talking about the team that we got to fight with in the Superdome. What was that, 2013? When Cam dropped 40 on them? I'm talking about the team that was dancing with the smoke machine in the locker room. It's called exercising some demons, man. It's called exercising some demons. Y'all make sure y'all get the video thumbs up, man. This is a victory live stream. We are going to break down the game. Let me put my real glasses on because I can't see. I can't see. I can't see. So I got to put my real glasses on. Donald Duck, what up, though? Chris 2030, what up, though? Said drinking is still reserve. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to have to check that out. All right. Let's get into the details because I see y'all talking about the details. I do want to enjoy this victory. We're going to keep getting back to this victory because we still won. We can talk about it and moan and complain because I think we just have a preconceived notion to complain about what happened. We have forgotten how to enjoy wins. We automatically go to the negative. I see it in the fan base, man. And I ain't gonna tell y'all gotta feel like me. I ain't telling y'all gotta feel like me. But we gotta remember what winning feels like, dog. I'm not gonna immediately start dissecting this win and being negative about what happened on the field. Yeah, we won, but we look bad. So the Saints look bad and they lost. What Matt Rule say? I'd rather learn a lesson during the win than a loss? Yes, sir. Let me fix this camera, sorry. I'd rather learn a lesson during a victory than a loss. Oh wait, it's still reserve. Is that malt liquor? That's that nasty cheap malt liquor. Anyway, beating these Saints, dog. Y'all know how it go. We're going to talk about some stuff that happened. But I'm going to enjoy this victory. I'm going to enjoy this victory. Like I said, we done got so used to losing under Matt Rule, we automatically go to being negative and criticizing. However, we want to know in the NFC South. That's all I know. I don't know what your team doing. My team is 1-0 in the NFC South. You know, we second place in the NFC South. Second place right now. That's all I'm saying. Second place in the NFC South. All right, so let's get down to it, man. Let's get down to it. I got some notes. Y'all get the video a thumbs up. We about to get into these notes. Offense. Let's start with the offense, man. Let's start with it. Anthony Montgomery, what up, though? Let's talk about this offense because we know it was stagnant. It's borderline hard to watch. We don't know what we're doing. Baker Mayfield all over the place. It just seems like we can't get right. We plug one hole, another one comes up. The bright side is we decided to give Christian McCaffrey the ball, and he looked good today. Had it not been for that holding call on Icky, it would have been looked even better. But let's talk about it, because Baker is like all over the place. It's either the quarterback, either the players, the receivers aren't getting open. We saw many plays today, receivers were not open. But on the other hand, when they were getting open, Baker could not throw a rock in the ocean. Where they do that at? Y'all ain't hear me. I said that the receivers were struggling to get open a good chunk of the day. But at the same time, when they were open, Baker could not throw a rock in an ocean. He was all over the place today. Our passing offense was anemic. Anemic. So we got to get better. We got to get better. And I'm still, I don't know how long the leash is. I'm trying to be patient. I may give it 5 games. Depending on how we play, I may give it 5 games. But obviously Baker has not been here that long still. Is it an excuse? Yes. But is it also a good reason? Also, yes. He looks unsure. He looks inaccurate. He miscommunicates with wide receivers still. Third down, the crucial down, situational time. Terrible. Offense looks stagnant. We got a little bit cute today. We finally got a little bit of creativity and gave DJ the ball on that little fake end around. Thank goodness. But, dog, we can't do anything. We can't do anything. It's like everything is just football. Football ain't supposed to be as hard as the Panthers offense makes it look. The Panthers offense makes football look so hard. It's not. At least it doesn't have to be. But this Panthers defense makes football look so difficult. Why? We can't even blame it. The catch-all blame for years was the offensive line is just horrible. Who can do anything with this bad offensive line? Who can do this, that, and the offensive line been steady. That's been the one constant. They haven't been dominant, but they have played fairly well. They've been bad in some spots, like obviously last game on that third down with the sack and then stuff like that. But today was a pretty clean game. It was a clean game from the O-line. So that was, like I said, that used to be the thing. You want me, but you can't blame the offensive line like that no more. Another 100-yard rushing day for the team. Christian McCaffrey himself had 100 yards rushing on a Saints defense that's only giving up 100 yards rushing. Held somebody under 100 yards for 26 out of last 30-something games? You don't run for 100 yards on them that often, or used to couldn't. This is the second time this year in 3 games. So we ran the ball. Offensive line blocked fairly well. Protection was pretty solid. But what's going on the outside? What's going on under center? It ain't cutting it, man. It ain't cutting it. It's not cutting it, man. And that's the thing. There's little things that can happen in every game that could change the outcome of this season. A play or two here or there, maybe by the quarterback or maybe the offensive line, we could be telling a whole different tune about this Panthers team. Look, guys, let's go ahead and come to a conclusion. Every game we play is going to be close. It's either going to be a blood pressure raising win, or it's going to be a devastating, heartbreaking loss. There's just no way. And I think that's why the rule era has been so brutal, because we've lost a lot of games. There's just no denying that. But the fashion, we don't get blown out that often. We just look so bad, but we're still so close. It's like if y'all just literally did anything right, we would win so many more games. We lose too many close games, and it hurts. It makes them sting even more. It makes it sting even more. Even the games, we look like we blew them out today, but we only won by 8 points. We outplayed them in every aspect, except probably quarterback and offense. But defense, special teams. Defense and special teams, dominated. Dominated. What do we do? What do we do? Do we just try to get our playmakers the ball and gadget plays and whatever? Because we're terrible on third. Robbie, DJ, 1 catch apiece. Christian McCaffrey, only 2 catches for 7 yards. Laviska Shenault took a check down, 67 yards. $67 yards on his first touch on his first catch as a Panther. Laviska. We got to get, hold up. Laviska Shenault coming through. Johnny Hekker, like I said, Johnny Hekker was a beast. Laviska, 67 yards on a check down. Explosive. Even the other third down, he converted his other catch. Explosive. Laviska paid dividends immediately. And some of y'all were skeptical. Y'all were saying he was mid. Y'all say he underachieved in Jacksonville. Y'all didn't want to give Scott Fitter credit. We got to give a round of applause for Scott Fitter. Round of applause for Scott Fitter on the Laviska Shenault trade. One more round of applause for Scott Fitter. One more round of applause for that trade. We stole him. Stole him. What did we trade for him? Panthers, trade, Laviska. We stole him. A 7th round pick and a 6th round pick. To be honest, just by Laviska making those 2 plays today, he's almost already paid himself off. A 7th round pick and a 6th. Bro, shout out to Scott Fitter. A 6th and a 7th. A 6th and a 7th. You know the vibes. 6 God. We only gave him a 6th and a 7th. Like I said, he paid it off immediately. He paid off immediately. So he made 3 plays. That's more plays than the offense saw most of the day. Somebody he only made 3 plays. He went 67 yards on the check down. That man left the honey badger reaching for his groin. He left the honey badger reaching for grass. We just gonna have to be a big play offense, man. That's what it seems like. We're gonna have to just go for the gusto. Run the ball and take shots. That's and give it to your playmakers and take shots. I guess. You guys get a video a thumbs up if you have not. Give the video a thumbs up if you had not. I did like that we finally started committing to running the ball. Thank goodness. I'm very happy that we committed to running the ball. The only difference we've seen thus far from Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield is the turnovers. It's the turnovers. Because today Baker played terrible. But he did not make that stupid play that Sam Darnold always does. Those same stupid plays that we see Jameis do. There's some quarterbacks you win because of. There's some you can win with, and there's some that you win despite of. Baker is the guy that you can win with. He did not kill the team today, fortunately. Fortunately, he did not lose the game. But Sam Darnold, that's the difference. Because the offense looked a lot more efficient with Sam, to be honest, starting out. The competition was a lot lower with Sam. So don't get it twisted. Yeah, we started 3-0, but the competition was a lot lower. What, the Jets? Who we played? We played the Saints. They both beat the Saints. And then who was the other team? The Texans. But the only difference between the play of Sam, like I said, Sam and Baker is the turnovers. They both play terrible. Terrible. One reception for Robbie and DJ. Air melon passes to DJ. Underthrowing passes to DJ on 3rd and short when he's wide open. Missing wide open Robbie on the sideline for Ian Thomas. The bright side is a lot of different people get involved. The downside is too many people get involved. Give the ball to DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. And Laviska. It just seems he's give the ball to your playmakers in space. Do it quick and let's go. Let's go. Trill One, what up, though? You guys make sure you get a video thumbs up. We got a lot of people watching, but y'all not liking. Why y'all? I don't like that y'all not liking that. Hit that like button. I don't like that y'all ain't liking that. So like that. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Anthony Rochelle, what up, though? It is a beautiful day. We defeated these sad Saints. It's always a good day when you beat the Saints. It's always a good day when you beat a division rival like the Saints. I think I already said what up, though, the Trill One. I love beating them Saints, dog. I love it. I love it. Choppy 71, what up, though? But the offense is anemic, bro. It's anemic. Guys can't get open. When they do get open, the guy can't throw it to them open. It's a rock and a hard place, man. It's a rock and a hard place. I appreciate them committed to the running game finally. But why did we not see Deontay Foreman? Is he in the doghouse? Is he hurt? They took Chuba off a kick return, but they gave him more carries. Now, Chuba did his thing. I can't even hate on the dude. I got to give credit where credit is due. He pisses me off. He's definitely running back 3 in my opinion. Maybe 4, depending on Blackshear. But Chuba did his thing today on a few carries that he did get. They gave him his 1 carry, took him out. Didn't keep feeding him. He's just a spell. He's a spell. He's not a complimentary back. He's not a 3rd down back. You don't need to rotate him. He's a spell. Nobody uses that term anymore in football. It's called a spell. You spell the running back. He's a spell. He comes and spells Christian McCaffrey for a play or 2. Takes a carry, gets a couple yards. He did all right. He's a spell. But they got to get Foreman. We want to see a little bit more Foreman. Foreman can run the ball. I would love to see the snap count of Foreman because he did not make the box score. Foreman did not make the box score. But Chuba had 3 carries, 25 yards. Three carries, 25 yards, 8.3 yards per carry. He was productive in the opportunities that he got. He's still in my doghouse after that fumble against the Giants. Chuba is still in my doghouse. This ain't no redemption. But he had a good burst. But I don't know what Foreman's doing. I don't know. I don't know. Donald Duck said after 3 games with Baker and last season with Darnold, how would Golden Corral hold up if he wasn't injured? I'm against the Browns. I don't know, man. But like these past 2 games, the offensive line has been solid. Offensive line has been solid, so maybe I don't know. Offensive line been solid, so maybe Corral could be decent. But Corral just needed time. The game looked fast for him, man. The game looked fast for him. Like he needs some more experience, some more practice, some more reps. Y'all, I see y'all talking about it. We're gonna talk about the defense in a minute. But I appreciate the commitment to the run game, man. But this formula of leaning on the running game and Baker not making a mistake, if the defense is going to continue to get turnovers, it can help. But we got to get a little bit more from Baker. He can't just not turn it over. That's a participation award. We not out here. We traded a 5th-round pick for you, Baker. Ain't no participation awards. We don't have the same amount of talent as some of the other rosters to the point that you can just do nothing. The defense going to need some help. They need a compliment. They're not being a good enough compliment. We got to play some kind of complimentary football. You got to play some kind of complimentary football. You can't start slow, let the defense play all this good defense, bend but don't break, and then the defense be tired down the end and you expect them to come up with that last stop. They did today because special teams help. Special teams with Johnny Hecker, the field position, the block kicks. Special teams is a legit phase of football. And if you don't believe in special teams today, it makes a difference. Even without a punt return, touchdown, whatever. The field position of us constantly having them backed up, making them go long fields. The block field goal attempts. It was huge. Special teams is huge. I know y'all saw how lit Chris Tabor was. Chris Tabor was lit. Chris Tabor was lit. Special teams is a huge phase of the game. Huge. But it was a beautiful thing. That's why you bring in Johnny Hecker. That's why you bring in Chris Tabor. Eddie De Niro Panero. Eddie De Niro Panero. Putting points on the board too. Special teams was on smash. We just gotta get something together on offense. You can see the progress by the defense. They're trending up right now. Yes, last week they missed some plays in situational football. Situational football is an issue for this whole roster. But we got to get things together. We got to get things together. Definitely got to give Hecker and Eddie their flowers. Definitely got to give them their flowers. But let's talk about this defense, y'all. I know y'all been waiting on it. I got my criticism out the way. Let's talk about this defense. Let's shift over to the other side of the ball because I done gassed up the special teams. I done got the belt out. I done got the belt out for the offense. I done got the belt out for the offense. Let's talk about this defense. But before we do, I got to remind y'all again, make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up. Some of y'all are doing it. I appreciate it. Give the video a thumbs up if you have not. We got a good amount of people watching. We need to get them likes up. It only takes this many seconds to like. It takes 2 seconds. 2 of them things. It takes 2 of them things. But on defense, Panther Blue, you talking about it. Henry Anderson made some plays. I think it's time to put in Henry Anderson instead of YGM. YGM is not helping his team right now, bro. He's a rotational piece. YGM is a rotational piece. He can rush from the inside ever so often, but Anderson just seems to be a better all-around player right now. He may not be the best pass rusher, but YGM ain't doing nothing, man. At least Anderson is going to bring you plays in the running game. And he's big and he's stout. We need strength at the point of attack. YGM just not there no more, bro. He was a second-round pick. Y'all told me he was raw. But I think it's time that we start giving Henry Anderson the start over YGM. I think it's time. Because we saw YGM get that stupid late hit. That was so dumb. That was so dumb. On a screenplay that was shut down by Derrick Brown. But YGM, man, it's year 3, dog. What we doing? Anderson making plays. Anderson making plays. However, we got to talk about the secondary real quick. The secondary. I'm just confused because we talked about it this year. We talked about it in the offseason. I was just for sure. I was just sure. I was sure that the secondary was going to be the stronghold of this defense. I just knew it. We had the depth. CJ, Dante, JC, Keith, Xavier Woods, Jeremy Chin. And remember Phil Snow today? This week. They asked. They were like, hey, you haven't really been tested deep. How you feel about being tested deep? He said, we're going to find out. Jeremy Chin gave up a bomb. Chris Olave had a couple bombs. I'm nervous, man. I thought they were a stronghold, but they struggling. They've been struggling. Like some of that underneath stuff, I'm not really too overly concerned about. But when the ball is in the air, I want y'all to compete. They're not competing. CJ getting beat deep when the ball in the air, not finding the ball. Jeremy Chin, my guy, letting Traquan Smith climb the ladder on him. Couldn't even get his footing. Stuntman Breezy said, Jay-Z, click it or pick it. You made that up? Did you make that up? That's a good one. Then you need to put that on a T-shirt. Put that on a T-shirt. And then, Dante in and out. Like, I don't understand. Fortunately for them, Michael Thomas went down. Landry went down. But we just refused. We refused to guard Chris Olave, the rookie from Ohio State. We refused to guard him. We refused. Let's look at the numbers. Olave went ham. Olave went ham and cheese. He went upgrade from Baloney, dog. We let a rookie, Chris Olave, go upgrade from Baloney. Chris Olave. 9 catches, 147 yards. What? What? Jameis, a lot of that was garbage time for Jameis. You let a rookie go for $147. Now there's some teams on our schedule that's gonna throw deep, but we taking it 1 week at a time. Let's think about Kyler. Kyler, Hollywood Brown. Sounds like we would like to have a fast guy like Dante. That's my problem. We don't play matchups. Why would you put Dante on Michael Thomas early in the game? A slow, physical corner with a big body that makes contested catches. Why wouldn't you put a longer length guy like CJ maybe on him or JC, somebody that's more physical? Don't put your speed guy on the big guy and then put the big guy on their speed guy. You had Olave up against CJ. I mean, granted, Dante was probably out by then. But we have different skill set combinations to be able to match up. I understand there's some pride and everybody wants to be able to guard everybody, but let's be smart. JC is playing that nickel. I like him there. He's a good blitzer. We saw him make plays, blitzing, getting to the quarterback, putting pressure. You can do those type of things. We don't really have anybody other corner that can play inside and out like JC. Let's take advantage of all his skill set. I have no problem with that. I have none. Y'all can talk about Dante being healthy. Exactly, man. So we played the Chiefs. Mahomes, those balls were toast. Winston can throw deep balls like that. Imagine Mahomes, yeah. I mean, Winston got a cannon, bro. So do I think we should have gave Dante 3 years? I think so. I mean, he got to stay healthy. He's decent enough for the price we paid him. They paid him starting cornerback money. They didn't pay him Pro Bowl money. They paid him starting corner money. He's a starting corner in the NFL that's capable. But the secondary, I'm a little nervous going forward. But this front seven today, Frankie Louvu. Hold on. One time for Frankie Louvu. One time for Frankie Louvu. One more time for Frankie Louvu. Frankie Louvu. This man playing like his head on fire, bro. He playing like his head on fire. This man, the motor, the toughness. I told y'all he's not Luke Kuechly, but the intensity level that he plays with, it's just different, man. It's just different. Man. You can see it. The way he takes on blocks, the way he plays, gets to the football, the intensity, getting the turnover. Pre-game getting everybody hyped up with the Samoan chants. Louisville is going to get a bag this year, man. Louisville's going to get a bag this year. And there's still room for him to grow because we still see him out of control at times, missing tackles like that touchdown to Ingram got, missed a tackle in the backfield. But he's playing at a Pro Bowl caliber level these past 2 games. I can't even cap. He got moved around a little bit against the Browns. It's his first start full-time at linebacker like that against a team like that in this defense. But putting him on the edge, he's able to set the edge. It's crazy. Somebody say, I might need to get a Louisville jersey. We wait till he get that bag. If he get that bag, go ahead and get that 49. Y'all know what I do. My policy. My policy. Get a guy that just signed a contract, get a guy that you know is not going to change his number, and get a guy that's going to be around here for a while. This dude is playing with his hair on fire. Oh, he signed a 2-year deal. That's a good buy then. I thought it was just a 1-year deal. I didn't know they gave him 2 years. He need to get another bag. The price. Yesterday's price is not today's price for Frankie Louvu. I talked about him being the standard. Donald Duck. I had to ban him. He was doing too much. I had to ban that dude. I had to ban him, Donald Duck. It was doing too much. We talking Panthers football today. Ain't nobody gonna steal my joy. I'm not even giving people warnings. I'm usually nice. So you hate how guys get the bag and turn average. It's different. It's different. It's different. It's tough. It's tough, but I mean, kind of it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Some guys be so hungry to earn that check, and they get it. They feel comfortable. The great ones keep going. Somebody says, bad as Baker was, Winston was even worse. But Frankie Louvu and Shaq Thompson need to be. We talked about it last week on film. Yes, they can get a break every so often, but Frankie Louvu and Shaq Thompson need to be playing the majority of the reps at linebacker. Because Louvu was even outshining Shaq, and y'all know Shaq, my guy. I done film breakdowns on both those guys from the prior years. Y'all can go look at that. But Louvu is playing like the best player on the defense right now. I can't even lie to him. Like game-changing plays. Not just doing his job, but coloring outside the lines. But it's the defense, man. He playing at a Pro Bowl caliber level, man. He's playing at a Pro Bowl caliber level. Let's talk about his D-line, man, because we heard the Derrick Brown slander. I showed y'all the film breakdown last week, and I told y'all Derrick Brown played well. This man, Derrick Brown, took it up another notch. He took it up another notch. He's fighting the draft bust allegations that y'all try to stick him with. Y'all try to indict this man with draft bust allegations. I'm not saying he's Reggie White, but it's hard to call. You can't really call somebody a bust until they played 3 years in the NFL. I understand the criticism. Even I said he had pressure on him to step up. But to call him a bust after a year or two just because you wanted your favorite player out of Clemson in that draft is silly. Silly. Y'all root against y'all own. Some people root against their own team just so they want to be right because they hate Matt Rule. It's weird to me, man. You're not going to enjoy this win? You don't want them the team to win? You don't want the team to win? You don't want the team to win? You're rooting against your own self-interest? Derrick Brown. Hold on. I gotta get some horn. Gotta get some horn to him. Gotta get some horn. Yeah, I mean, Elfan has been terrific at center. I was look. I was anti Pat Elrond too. More so I was pro Bradley Bozeman. I was pro Bradley Bozeman. But Pat Elflein has not done anything to lose his spot. Not to mention, Bozeman can play both guard positions. Fortunately for us, knock on wood, our offensive line has been healthy so far. But Derek Brown, he's fighting the draft bust allegations. One hand on the Bible. He's fighting it. He on the witness stand. I'm on the witness stand testifying for. I'm on the witness stand testifying for Derek Brown. One hand on the Bible, I ain't in denial. Y'all called him a draft bust. I tried to say be patient. I tried to say be patient. I tried to say being patient. They ain't want to listen. This man done put together 2 games. The Saints' interior line is solid. Cesar Ruiz. Eric McCoy is a dog. He just got a bag. He one of the best centers in the league. Derek Brown constantly getting pushed. I told y'all about stopping the run. It's about getting penetration. Derek Brown constantly getting penetration. It's not going to always fall in the stat sheet. And then Derek Brown getting interceptions. He heard the noise. He missed the interception on the first time. The second time he came back and came up with it. He almost got it that first play before, and he got another one. Jeremy Chin on the rush. Jeremy Chin, some people, I know y'all want to make him play linebacker, but I still think he should play DB, and they use him different. There's nothing wrong with Jeremy Chin being like Jamal Adams versus like an Ed Reed or I don't know who's some other good pass coverage safeties in the NFL. Justin Simmons or Javon Holland. He can be more like a Jamal Adams and play in the box a lot more. He can do that. But I like a sack. 2 tips at the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Chin needs to be close to the ball and run and go get it. Like I said, I have no problem with Jeremy Chin being like Jamal Adams. There's different ways to be a good safety. They got to keep moving him around and allow him to make plays near the line of scrimmage. The thing is, Jeremy Chin has the speed and athleticism to be able to play coverage. We just got to get him better when the ball's in the air. Got to get him a little bit better when the ball's in the air. Get him a little bit more work. But I have no problem with him being Jamal Adams-like. I have no problem. But Derek Brown stepping up, man. I got to keep talking about Derek Brown because it's just lovely to see him balling out, man. It's lovely to see him balling out. Getting a good push in the backfield. Stringing running plays out. Making running plays get cut back. Making plays himself. Tip balls at the line of scrimmage on a screen pass. One-hand interception. One-hand catch. I mean, I love to see it. I love to see it. Toast to the bust allegations. Somebody asked where Brian Burns was. Brian Burns. Brian Burns did some things. He got some pressures. I would love to see how many pressures he got. Didn't get the sacks. But you know he's going to, him being our only pass rush specialist, Brian Burns is going to get all the attention. Oh, well. I mean, it's just the way it's got to be, bro. It's going to be tough all year for Brian. It's going to be tough. But you can see we're a lot more aggressive with the blitz today. Burns probably freed up some other guy. I'll have to watch the tape. But Brian Burns got some pressure. Got some pressures. We'll look at the tape. But he definitely got some pressures. Marquand McCall. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been waving the pom-poms for Marquand McCall for a minute since preseason. This man was Bully Ball McCaw. McCaw. I showed y'all the tape last week. Of Bully Ball McCaw. I showed y'all the tape of Bully Ball McCaw. He's huge. He done got down to 340. He need to get Deontay Brown on the same diet and exercise plan because this man done lost 45 pounds since college. This man was 385 pounds this time last year. Marquand McCall was 385 pounds this time last year. He's 340, and he's making plays. Bully Ball McCall, getting the push on the inside. Energy, shedding blocks, making plays in the running game. Say, okay, Birdman. McCall. My voice cracking. Bully Ball McCall. I've been waving the pom-poms. For Bully Ball McCall. Let me find out the interior line trying to step up a little bit. Derek Brown. Matt Ioannidis made some plays. Bully Ball McCall. That boy Bravion Roy might not get his spot back. The way Bully Ball playing, the way Bully Ball McCall playing, Bravion Roy, there may not be no spot for you when you come back. Phil Hoskins was already inactive. They made Davion Nixon active. He made a little play too in the run game, one little play in this time. I didn't see Louisville's drip pregame. I didn't. I missed it. But the defense, man, oh man. What a game. 3 turnovers. We got to get some more, get the quarterback on the ground a few times. But the interior, man, who knew? Yeah, we got some depth. If they can continue doing what they do, that rotation on the interior is nice. Like I said, Henry, we just need some more pressure. They've really taken it up a notch since that Browns game of getting pushed around. That Browns game, we got pushed around. But the 2 games after, come on now. You can say the Giants. You can say the Giants O-line is bad. You can say the Giants O-line is bad. But they did it again today to a pretty solid interior. You said, what about Robbie? I don't understand what you want me to say about Robbie. I don't understand what you want me to say. Exactly. The Browns have the best interior, even with the backup center. Wyatt Teller is a dog. A lot of people don't pay attention to certain players on the interior. Like, he put on the clinic against Derek Brown, and he's just a pro. He's just a pro, bro. Their offensive line is solid. The running stats for the team, the Saints had 353 in the air, but they only had 84 rushing yards on 22 rushes. We're getting better. They gave up 200 week 1. They gave up 106, 107 last week against the Giants. 84 today against a good pair of running backs. Kamara had that. Outside of that long run Kamara had, think about it. Kamara had 27 yards on his first carry. Let's talk about the run defense now. Kamara had 27 yards. Kamara had 27 yards on the first carry, and we only gave up 84 on the day. You take away that first carry, that's 57 yards. 57 yards on 21 attempts. That's 2.71 yards per carry. That's 2.7 yards per carry. Let's talk about it now. Got to give this run defense their credit. That, like I said, Kamara's first run was 27 yards. You take out that, there were 21 carries for 57 yards. When you get a lead, you stop the run early, get a lead, you make a team one-dimensional. You make a team one-dimensional, and you can dictate their game plan. We gave up all those yards through the air. You bend but don't break. You bend but don't break. See, Robbie's terrible when y'all going to call him on it. The fact you couldn't think of anything about. So, I mean, I don't understand what happened today that Robbie did for me to say he's just like the offense today did nothing. Besides Christian McCaffrey and Chenault. You gonna call DJ Moore garbage too? Because DJ's getting paid more and he had less today. I mean, nobody on offense is doing anything right now besides Christian. Consistently, Christian. And Laviska showed up today. Hopefully we can use him some more. This offense overall has been anemic. I mean, I don't we can single out a lot of people. I don't know why people have this vendetta with Robbie because he talks on the internet and says crazy stuff. Let that man express himself. Robbie future will work itself out. If he's going to be here or not, it'll work itself out. If he don't produce, they're not going to bring him back. It's just simple as that. If Chenault continues to produce, he'll fight for more playing time the same way Shy did. Shy not ready. Chenault the more playbook he's able to absorb, the better. This man's only been here a month. He got here the week before the season started. A week before the season started. But our offense as a whole is not producing. Because nobody's doing anything on this offense. There's not a lot of opportunities for anybody outside of McCaffrey, unfortunately. Robbie Anderson, Laviska Chenault has more yards than DJ Moore. More yards and the same amount of touchdowns. That's how bad it's been for DJ. You say offensive league wide. That's true. The Broncos, suspect. The Bengals put it together a little bit today. I mean, everybody ain't going to be the Bills and the Dolphins. Everybody not going to be the Bills and the Dolphins. And even the Bills struggled today. You at a good point. A lot of offenses have been struggling. The Bucs struggled. Packers struggled. But Robbie Anderson presently is the leading receiver on the team. Robbie's the leading receiver on the team. The leading receiver at this point. Design runs for Baker open up. I don't know, man. I think we need to get more creative with getting our. We got too many guys that are good with the ball in their hands not to be creative. Motion guys in the backfield. Motion guys out. Do some bubble motions. They call it zoom or was that whatever you want to call it, depending on what playbook you grew up in. Zoom motion. Orbit motion, whatever you want to call it. Spread the field with the speed we got. Spread the field. doesn't look nearly as open as it does for other guys. Yeah, Ken Dorsey was wilding. Ken Dorsey was wilding today. I don't know. Our offense, I don't know what the fix is, guys. I wish I could say it was that simple. I thought giving Christian the ball was a simple answer, but like our I don't know if it's just gonna take time, comfortability, or what. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. What do you mean about y'all? I don't understand. Like, who are you saying y'all? Like, I don't understand. You saying y'all? It's one. First of all, it's just me. You don't do no. I don't understand what you mean by y'all. When do I do a whole video on who? I don't make videos just to bash guy. I don't understand. And nobody's saying Robbie is elite, but this man, he can't be garbage. If he's garbage, how is he? He's leading the team in yards. He's the leading receiver on the team right now. He's leading the league. He's leading the team in yards. Yeah, Dorsey was tripping, bro. That guy in the background on that video was hilarious. You think week 5 or 6, Baker finally trusts the O-line against the ball receivers? That's what I was saying. I'm still the benefit of the doubt for me is going to be like about 5 or 6. Most teams have been practicing since March, guys, or April. That's when OTAs are. They've been practicing from then to now. Baker just got here a month ago. There's some other offenses that have been practicing that long and still look bad. Now, do they look as bad as we look at times? Probably not. But there's a reason why the offseason is so long. Rhythm and stuff has to be built. But how long can we rely on Christian McCaffrey and the defense before the time runs out? That's the thing. We need to accelerate that Baker Mayfield timeline. That way we don't burn out CMC and that the defense doesn't get exposed for certain things. If you play complementary stuff, you don't have to expose the defense to fatigue or deadly passing game or running game. You can protect the defense as well. So we have to accelerate that timeline for Baker. But like I said, yeah, 5 and 6 is probably my deadline before I'm like, all right, what's going on? Because if it was one thing, we're just like, oh, let's just do what works. Nah, we're not even just doing what works. It's like we don't know. Every game is different. We don't know what to expect on a snap-to-snap basis, and that's not fun. It's not fun. It's not. Bro, why do you keep saying y'all? Bro, why do you keep saying y'all? I don't understand what your end game is, dog. I don't understand what your end game is. I don't understand what your end game is. I don't. The place he looks comfortable, he does good. Yeah, the rare flashes, but like third down when we need to, the gotta have it downs. It's not pretty, man. It's ugly. We need to run Foreman. Get Hubbard. Hubbard. He on borrowed time, in my opinion. He's on borrowed time. Between Blackshear that we just picked up from Buffalo, that's on our practice squad, and Foreman. That's why you saw Chuba running so hard today. Do I think we should pass the CMC more? Yes. Yes. When you throw it to CMC, instead of him going into a box where there's 10 guys there in front of him, He can be one-on-one or one-on-two and control. Get out of bounds, maybe. He can make one or two guys miss. Get out of bounds if needed. That one long run he had where Ian Thomas was lead blocking for him, that was beautiful. Get him on the perimeter. He said, did I see Herbert survive the contact? Exactly, yeah. That little hopping and putting on one hand on the ground, that was the same thing that happened on that kick return where he fumbled. But until we get our quarterback situation under control or figured out or straightened out or whatever's going to happen with it, everybody's going to suffer. The one thing that Sam Darnold would also do that Baker doesn't do is taking that check down. And that's what you got to think about, Rome. People, I understand, it's a result-driven league, man. It is. Wins and losses is really what matters. And I don't think this little optimism, benefit of doubt does anything for Matt Rule. But for me and my thinking personally, I don't really care about that Matt Rule stuff. The team, you got it right here. As ugly as things have been, especially offensively and or defensively, depending on the game, we've still been in the game. One possession. We could have won. The Browns, BS, roughing or whatever. BS, fake spike. Last week, that sack that Icky gave up. We were in there. We were going down the field. Couldn't get that stop on. Couldn't get that stop on Jones, unfortunately. I was a lot more bullish on the offense last week. I'm not going to lie. Today was frustrating. We do have a wild card. We do have the wild card of Laviska Shenault. How do they implement him there? He's that jack of all trades. The wild card, the Cordero Patterson-like, Deebo Samuel-like, some of y'all are saying. Do we put him in a slot? I know we tried to spoon feed Shy, or force feed, not even spoon feed. We tried to force feed Shy. But we got to make some room for Shenault. If that means getting Shy up out the paint, so be it, dog. I hate to say it because Shy is my guy. He's a Gamecock. But, well, Laviska, if this was Laviska's tryout, sign sealed delivered, my guy. Sign sealed delivered. Laviska is a factor. Give that man the ball earlier. Can't be waiting to the last minute trying to give your playmakers like Laviska the ball. Got to. What up with Higgins? Higgins got some PT. But he didn't get the ball, didn't get targets. Targets are very scarce. The targets are very scarce. You guys make sure you are giving the video a thumbs up if you have not. Please hit the subscribe button if you have not. I am Aaron Duncan with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk, recap and analysis about the Panthers and the NFL in particular. So if you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. The bell icon is going to make sure you get a notification when I go and do these lives or drop my videos. You know? But Shenault has to have a package at least at this point. You're right. Shenault needs a package of at least 5 plays. 5 plays minimum with their gadgets, screens, drag routes. There's got to be a package for Laviska. They say, who that? We say, we that. I already showed love for the punt today, man. You late. I showed love to the punter. I gave Johnny Hecker and Eddie De Niro Pinero their props and Coach Tabor. I gave it the whole special teams day props. I hyped up the third phase of the game. That boy Hecker said he all decade for a reason. Yeah, Baker does have to trust the people in front of him. He don't trust them. The offensive line has actually been solid. They've actually been solid. He got to trust them. It'll be interesting to see what the tape looks like on Tuesday. Y'all know I'm breaking that thing down. But we got to have a package for Laviska Shenault. There's got to be a package at this point. He's earned at least, even if he don't know the whole playbook, he's earned the right to have at least a 5-play package. Something easy just to get the ball in his hands. We need to get more receivers involved. Not too many more because we still got to get the ball to DJ more. But Ian Thomas has been real active, man. Ian Thomas has been real active, dog. He ain't putting up crazy numbers, but he's definitely showing that he has a pulse. Couple catches today for Ian. A drop. Prayers up for Tua Tagovailoa, man. That was crazy. But we're gonna talk about the rumors about what came out pregame about Matt Rule being particularly safe and David Tepper not making any rash decisions. Yeah, you talking about Richie? Richie balled. Richie balled out, man. Richie balled out. He had that one. He had that one play where he shook Demario Davis. But I'm so glad we got turnovers finally, immediately turning them into points. Like I said, my takeaways is I'm a little concerned about the secondary, man. I thought they would be our strong point on this team. I don't want to say it's because of Baker's ability. I want to say it's because where Baker is at right now and how he's performing. Like I said, I'm going to give him probably 2 or 3 more games at the most before I start getting real skeptical. J.C. Horn, yeah. J.C. Horn got a second career pick. Another pick on Jameis. Jameis is very generous to the Panthers in his career. Shout out to Jameis for giving a defense the opportunity. Shout out to Kamara for dropping that thing off. Shout out to Marquise Haynes. I know y'all saw Marquise Haynes booking it. I know y'all saw Marquise Haynes. Marquise Haynes is running fast as all get out. Marquise Haynes is running as fast as all get out. Marquise Haynes got getting away from the cop speed. Y'all saw that for him? Y'all saw that for him? Marquise Haynes is getting away from the cop speed. That strip, the scoop, the scope, strip by Louisville. But the guy that set it all up was Derrick Brown. Derrick Brown helped set things up. He got a push. It made Kamara cut back because he saw Louisville and Brown there. Cut back. Louisville came on the strip. Marquise Haynes scoop and scope and scoop and scope. It's a beautiful thing when your defense scores a point. He said they see JC and think he his daddy Joe on the Saints and throw it to him. Oh yeah, he did. That boy Marquise Haynes, bro. That boy Marquise Haynes, I don't know how he ain't getting no flag on that. He did put the Goldberg spear. I don't know how he didn't get flagged. He drove his shoulder into Jameis, into the ground. I don't know how he beat that. I don't know how he didn't get no flag on that. But you guys make sure you are subscribed. If you have not, man, it's going to be a good week, man. Celebrating this win, taking everything in. We're going to break it down this week on the film. I got news coming tomorrow. We're going to talk about everything that comes out, any injuries, anything Matt Rule talks about. I'm going to talk about the David Tepper coming out and saying he's going to practice patience with this season and this team with Matt Rule. We're going to talk about that. I'll give you all the updates coming up tomorrow's video. Film breakdown on Tuesday. You guys already know what it is. And, man, it's going to be a beautiful week. I'm about to get up off here, man. Subscribe if you have not. Give the video a thumbs up if you have not. I'm out of here, man. Y'all take it easy. Saints, middle finger to you. Panthers, keep pounding. Peace.